Today's question and today's episode is, how do I balance my life as a cabin crew? I'm sure it's a question that many of you want answers and want to hear. So please stay tuned and listen to my own story. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Janet's World. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, and it's something that most of you have always requested me on my comments or my DMs, depending on which social media you're talking to me on. If you've been watching my videos, you've seen that I've really been working for a very, very long time for this company. And I'm so grateful and I'm thankful that the position where I am right now is a flight purser. I did not reach there by a miracle. If you guys think that the journey was easy, it was very hard. And actually, I will tell you, and I hope maybe Emirates will see this video. To be promoted in Emirates airline, it's not easy. It's just as difficult as joining Emirates cabin crew when you're doing your interviews. Like, if you again refer to my videos, I will put the link on my on my description section when I joined and how I joined and how it all unfolded. It's not easy being in a group of 200 people who've applied and have been invited for an interview, because I did my interview in my country, Kenya. And out of 200 people, we were 3 of us taken: Janet, Esther, and Caroline. Esther and Caroline, they left long time ago. They resigned. Caroline is happily married and she's a nurse now in Germany. Esther is still here with me in Dubai and she's a full-time mommy doing a lot of other things and doing her own businesses. I'm the only one who is still flying. And that's why I want to bring you the day in the life of an Emirates flight purser. So for me to reach this position was not that easy. I went through the stages. I joined as a grade 2. I went to grade 1 after doing interviews and after applying to be a grade 1. Grade 2 means that you're serving in economy class. Grade 1 means you're serving in business class. Then first class cabin crew, which we call them FG1, you're serving in first class. And then from first class, you apply to be a flight supervisor, which we call them now CSV. We used to call them SFS when I joined. Now we say CSV. Yeah. CSV. And from CSV, then you become a flight purser. That journey is not easy, guys. By the time you get a promotion to be flight purser, depends again on your performance. Of course, you're not going to be working in the company, calling sick every day, not appearing to work, absence, absconding, I don't know what, and you expect to be promoted. My friend, no. When you know what you want in life, then of course you aspire to be in that position. So you have to really, really have good records for you to reach the position where I am right now. The focus is not on that. Let's focus on my life. So who is Janet? And Janet is an Emirates flight purser that has her own personal life as well. My previous videos, I've told you guys, I'm a mother of 3 kids and they're boys. My first one is 12 years old and I have twins. They're 7 years old. My hands are full. When I come back from a flight, you can imagine, after being away, let's say for a week, I've done an Australian flight where we do multi-sector, or I've done, let's say, South American flight, we do multi-sector flights. But by the time I come back home, or sometimes we go to West Africa, like Guinea and then Senegal, come back to Dubai. Those are long flights as well, because the layovers are longer in some particular countries, depending on how many sectors we do that the flight in a week. Yes. So being a mother of 3 kids, 3 boys, and managing my house and being a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, having family members. My mother, my dad is late. My brothers and sisters, some of them are in Dubai, some are in Kenya. My mother is in Kenya. Sometimes we want to bring her here. Having friends, my social life, and having me, Janet. Sometimes we forget ourselves. Me, Janet. So, to incorporate all these things, I'm just going to tell you, because some people ask me, Janet, how do you manage to fly and have kids? Oh, and now you have a business and you have all these things and all that. Then I will tell you for real, it's not that easy. It's not easy. It's all in the mind. And in a few minutes, I'm going to bring my kids and we will ask them, how do you feel when mama is going to work? And how do you feel when mama is coming back from work? Let's say, if I'm going on a short flight, let's say, I don't know, let's say Saudi, a short flight where we go and come back, we don't have a layover, it's easy for them. I go and come back. But on a flight where I have to go and spend a couple of days, a London flight is very easy. I just go. From a roster, a London flight will take 3 days out of your roster. Because you prepare, you go on the flight, you go on the briefing. From the briefing, you go on the flight. The flight, from the time you sign on until you sign out, let's say, London flight usually depends on where you're going in London. I'm just giving an example, okay? Let's say it will take about 12 hours. And then I reach London, the layover maybe is between 23 to 24 hours to 26 hours to 31 hours. So add the 12 hours plus 31 hours and then coming back again. So that one takes about 3 days out of your roster. That is an easy flight for us. We're going to Australia. Then I go to Australia, I don't know, we're going to go to Melbourne or Sydney. And then from Sydney, we're going to go to Christchurch or Auckland. I don't know, that's in New Zealand. And then come back to Australia because you cannot go to then come, you know. Depending again, that one is longer. Oh, for example, I have a direct flight to Houston, or which one is LA, Los Angeles. Those are 16 hours flight in the aeroplane, depending again on the season, the direction, the tailwind, and the headwind. You guys know, I cannot explain the technicalities of that language. If you're flying, if you want to know more, ask me on the comments. What do I mean by the tailwind and the headwind? Yeah, so if the flight is 16 hours flight, flying in the air, I've not included the sign on, what time I woke up, blah, 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 blah. When do I come back home? Because there we lay over, let's say 2 days, that is 48 hours or more than 48 hours. Then we come back again flying, let's say 15 hours or 14 hours. Add all those things, it takes 5 days out of your roster. Now, I have children here. Now, how I manage my time, let's say with my children, when I'm away on a flight, I do have to employ someone whom I really, really trust to take care of my kids. So what I normally do, I bring people from my village to come and take care of my kids. Sometimes my relatives. And I know not everybody is in this disposal, you know, where you have somebody you trust to come and take care of your children. But one way or another, as mothers, you just have to get away of how you're going to manage and know that when you're at work, your kids are well taken care of. I get the people I know. The people I know, either it's from our village, either my relatives, or even if, let's say, they are not my relatives, in Dubai, at some point, I actually didn't have anyone I know from home. I ask friends, do you guys know anybody who can come and take care of my kids? And people tell you, oh, there was a nanny who was employed by so-and-so. An acquaintance, somebody you will know. That way you will only have your peace of mind than getting a stranger and leaving your children for 5 days in your house with them. That would be very, very difficult. So my advice and how I have managed to balance my personal life in terms of my children is to get somebody I know or an acquaintance, even if I don't know them, a friend or a relative, my sister, my brother, somebody would know them to come and, even if it's temporary, to come and stay with my children before I get somebody who is permanent. That is on the side of who is taking care of my kids. Now, on the side of how do I take care of my kids' emotions when I'm away? So guys, how do I manage my kids' emotions? I just talk to my children. And since these kids were born, me being a cabin crew, I think it's been easy for them because even when they were born, I was breastfeeding, then I go on layovers, I was expressing because it's actually allowed. I express in the hotels, I can even express in the flight, and I keep it sterilized very well. I keep it in the mothers, you know what I'm talking about. I know some people might criticize, but it worked well and my kids never got any infection and they were healthy. By the time I finished my pregnancy, went on my training, returned to work training, and then I went back to flying, I expressed. They were all breastfed until, but actually all of them, the twins and and my big son, they all breastfed until 10 months. Of course, with the milk that I had expressed, and they were all in the deep freezer. And when it comes to when they started having knowledge that, oh, mom is flying, we cannot see mom for a couple of days, I explained to them. But I'm sure they are happy because every time I go somewhere, I bring something, a gift. It could be a t-shirt or whatever collection, even bread. My kids, I think I've eaten the bread from all over the world where I've gone. If I don't have money to buy anything, at least I can bring is bread. So if you've been to my house, you've probably eaten bread from all over the world. Any country, I have to bring bread from any country I've gone to. So that's one thing. And when they grow up knowing that my mom's job or my dad's job is this, they get to understand because they know you will go and come back. God forbid if anything happens. You just tell them mom will be away for 3 days, 2 days, and I will be back. And they're like, okay, mommy. And then when I'm on layover or wherever I am, when I know I'm not coming back for the night or 2 nights or whatever, 7 days, I call them. We have video calls, and even if it's not video calls, I do WhatsApp messages, I do WhatsApp videos, send it to them, send me your videos. So it makes you feel like you're with them. Then I have my camera, of course, that I've downloaded an app on my phone. I can see them. We can have a live, so I can see when they're playing in their rooms. And I can talk to them if they are jumping and messing around, because, oh, mama is not around, she's going to whip us. And then I say, stop, so they feel that I'm involved and I'm still with them, though I'm not there physically. So that's how I've managed with my children. I don't know if I've exhausted everything. If I have not, please add some more comments on ideas on how do you guys manage with your children if you're flying and you're a cabin crew, mother or daddy. How do you manage? Maybe, probably I didn't exhaust everything because, like I said, everybody has their own style. That's my style. Now, let's talk about, how about my family members? When I joined Emirates first, I didn't tell my dad and mom. Of course, with time, again, they came to know. And that confidence and trust comes in when you tell them, I'm here. I'm not going to die. I'm going to get lost. It's not like those people who go abroad and you can never see them for 30 years or 20 years. So you make your parents get involved, bring them to the country where you're working in. Try your best. Maybe some countries have tough rules or whatever, but that's how I managed to win my parents' hearts to know, oh, okay, Janet is still around. Dubai is only 4.5 hours from Kenya. They came to Dubai, went to Kenya. When I go to Kenya, I visit them, or we take annual leave tickets. We go back home. My brothers and sisters, I flew them all to Dubai, and they are all working right now in Dubai with their families and husbands and wives and their kids. They are all here. So that's the only way you manage with your extended family members. That's what I did. Now, in terms of, I'm an entrepreneur because we all know we have jobs, we are employed, but you have to have a side hustle. If you don't have it, stop watching my video, go and write down about what could you do to have a side hustle besides being employed and getting your monthly salary from your employer. Because, guys, happens. Excuse my language, but happens. Do you have a plan B? Your fallback if things happen? I did that when I joined my company. First and foremost, what I did is buy properties. That's what you need to do. I bought my properties, homes, land, whatever you can do. And then now you can incorporate with business, the day-to-day income generation, how you're going to generate your income on the side. Now, let's talk about my house. I'm somebody who loves to cook. I cook a lot when I'm in the mood. If I'm not in the mood, don't take me to the kitchen. So when I'm home, I'm a very clean person as well. Sometimes I think, do I have OCD of cleanliness or whatever? I don't know. But I like things to be clean, sanitized, hygiene. That's in my home. So what I do, how do I manage that to make sure that the same style is running even when I'm away? I have set a timetable. Now I'm telling you my own house. I've set a timetable, what you need to cook from Monday to Monday. If I feel like the kids are starting to get bored, then I change the menu. For me, my menu is unpredictable. So don't cook for me. Don't involve me when you're cooking unless I tell you, please cook this for me. Because I can eat outside, I can come home and I don't have an appetite. But what is number one for me in the house is my children. So that's the timetable I've set because I'm always away. It's unlike those mothers who are there daily. It's different because you can just wake up and say, oh, today we want to eat like this. Me, I'm away. And as well as the other cabin crew, they're away. So to make sure that your children are having a well-balanced diet, just leave a timetable. How about the daily chores in the house? When do you clean the house? How do you clean it? Again, set up the timetable. That's how I manage my house when I'm away. That's a day of it. That's a day of a flight passer, right? Manage your house. Charity starts at home. If you can't manage your house, how will you manage a flight? So, and when I'm home, of course, I get involved as well. I try my best. I try as much as possible to get involved in my kids' life. We do homework together. We go to the playgrounds, and I try to say Friday is like a family day out if I'm around. So I will take them, let's say, ask them, where do you want? They always love to go to the park. I don't know why. So I feel like we've gone to the park too much. So I try to, so I'm like, oh, can we try this today? And they're, oh, yeah, let's try. So I take my kids there. And when I'm around, I try to cook for them when I'm around. I try to shower them. Okay, now they're big boys. They're like, don't look at me. Mama, don't look at me. They cover themselves. Even they can't look at me when I don't, when I'm showering. They're growing, right? So right now, showering my kids is out of bounds. I don't do that anymore. But I used to do it. And I like it. I can get involved. Like, you need your pajama, your towel, your whatever, body cream. That's how I get involved. And sometimes, I could come here and everybody wants my attention. Oh, I don't know my business. Well, who is calling me? Sometimes I just shut down and I said, today I'm not picking anybody's phone. Today I'm closing my business. We are not open today. It's my time with my kids. Or it's my time in my home. Now, the next point, how about my me time? Me as Janet, who am I? Do I have a social life as a cabin crew? I will not lie to you. Cabin crew don't have any social life. To be honest, like what I said, it's very hard to balance, but I try my best when I'm around to meet my friends. If I feel like, and crew out there, if you don't feel like going out or meeting your friends out, do not. Nobody should pressurize you. Just go with the flow of your body. That's how I've managed myself. And now I have friends who understand. When Janet says, no, I can't make it, she can't make it. When I say I will make it, you better not let me down because I will make it. I will come there. So you better be sure when you're actually inviting me. But social life is not as easy and planned like if I had a consistent job that I know I'm working from Sunday to Thursday. I'm talking about Dubai, UAE timings because we work from Sunday to Thursday in offices. It's easy to plan because I'm off on Friday and Saturday. So you tell your friends, oh guys, let's meet up on Thursday night. Crew, we don't know what Christmas is. We don't know what New Year is. We don't know what Eid is. We don't know all those holidays that are in people's disposal. You know what I mean? So people have to be your circle have to be accommodating and understand that this job that we have is not a normal job. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you had a glimpse of how I manage my lifestyle, being a cabin crew with Emirates and being a flight purser. And just to wind it up, I want to invite my kids as well, so you guys can see them, because I know you've seen some videos with my children before, but today I just feel like involving them. I want to ask them a couple of questions. How do they feel when mama is away and mama is coming back? So mama was doing a video to say, how do I balance my life as a cabin crew? Okay, but I just want to ask you one question. How do you feel when I'm going on a flight, Chico?
Sometimes I feel scared.
Why?
Because I maybe watch monster stories.
You watch horror stories?
Yeah,
About?
like a monster killing a girl.
So you think mama will be killed?
No.
Huh.
And yeah, I thought the monster will even come to my home.
Oh, you think the monster will come to your home when mama is not there? But you know it's not true, right? They are just movies. How about Chenge? How do you feel when mama is going on a flight on work?
When it's time to bedtime.
When it's time to go to bed
When it's time to go to bed.
and mama is not around?
And mama's not around, and then I feel scared because I want to sleep with mama, and every time I beg mama to come.
So Chenge's style is every time I go, he gets scared to sleep because he wants me to be around so we can sleep together. He's always jumping on my bed. How about Cole? How do you feel when I'm going on a flight?
I feel sad
Why?
because I miss you.
Oh. Cole says he misses me.
Cool,
But now you're a big boy. Okay.
This is live.
Is live? Life or live?
Live.
Live. Cool. But
Live.
when you were young like Chico and Chenge, did you used to miss me?
Yeah.
Did you know what missing is? Now because you're a big boy, you feel like you're missing me, right? Okay. Now, next question. How do you feel when I'm coming back?
I'm
You're happy. Why?
because we went to a country for a long time, like 3 days.
3 days?
Yeah.
Sometimes I go for more than 3 days. So should I continue flying or I should stop?
Stop.
Really? Chenge? Should I continue flying or I should stop?
Flying because I want to make you to have money.
This boy loves money. He wants me to continue flying because he wants me to make money. How about Cole?
Flying?
Keep flying, but you'll still be sad. These kids are funny. Everyone has their own reasons why. Should I be happy? Should I be sad? Guys, you judge for yourselves. I can't even say anything myself.
Please subscribe to Mama's channel.
Janet's?
Whoa.
Good. Thank you guys. See you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
God bless you.